Okay, so hi. I'm holding 5 bucks. I'm like, where do I put the camera? So on to a movie review I got today from Logan. I've never done one before. So, what was it? We saw David, from David Goliath. It was an animated film. What was it? And there is, apparently there's this link. It showed at the end, which was so cool. So you can give so that way kids can go see it for free, because it's a kids one. But I saw it with my sister. Few church members went. It was really good. I don't know about you, but I get emotional watching Christian films because just knowing what God can do for us and has done for us. So David is someone who's related to Joseph. He's in the David and Goliath film. What else? So he was king when Jesus was born, and Saul was the king before him. He wanted to kill David. He's jealous of him, stuff like that. He was definitely not doing too well, but David became friendly with them when he came to perform. The king was feeling down, so he came to perform some music for him. He had a lot of family members. Some of his brothers were kind of jealous. But a couple of them, the older ones, were part of Saul's army. And they, after he got jealous and after he found out that this one guy wanted to, have, sorry, might take my shoes off. Wanted to have a new king, because God assigned Saul. I will have to look up the scripture for you. And when he found out it was David, he got mad, tried to kill David, and then he said David tried to kill him, so David had to run away, and so did all the Israelites that were on David's side. And they ended up finding him. He got passed out in the desert, because it got, it was warm, you get over dehydrated. And they ended up finding this town. They did find Saul again, but Saul changed his mind, because David said, I'm not going to kill you, He did get the chance, though. And, fortunately, Saul and Saul's son died. They wanted to go back and save them, they dressed up as the bad guys and everything, and then they got captured from the Amalekites. But then they turned around and, when they heard that happened, when they saw fire and they found out it was the Amalekites, took the family, they got mad at David, but then so David went to the Amalekites by himself, but then the others ended up coming. And, they do say shalom, which is like a greeting for them, and then there's Abba, Dad, was it Amma, or something like Mom? I did like this, because they had these tassels that, they look like tassels on the edge of their clothes. They're not just for decoration, they have to do part of, for praying. And I also want to say thank you for everyone who has kept my church in their thoughts and prayers. We have a new look, a new name, Tama Community Church. Reaching the community, growing together with God. Community is very big. We did have a possible couple interested. They've been to a church before, but they prayed and thought about it. It just wasn't the time. Wasn't what God wanted or God's timing. Because we were close to getting a pastor, and then we had one before that who was possible, but they just ended up being a guest speaker. Because it was just not the right age. But we are working on different things. We still have, we have some more new board members. We're working on making committees for different things, screening community youth, different stuff like that, and assigning leaders. I do adult Sunday school. I'm helping with the kids. I was going to be the youth head leader. But I'm just thinking about, that will be one more thing on my plate. I don't drive. I have family members not too interested in having me do it. But I appreciate the prayers, because prayer works. We had, 5 people wanting prayer today, and then I had 6, because the guest speaker has some problems. Before I didn't because you would have to, hold hands or touch someone's shoulder or something. I'm not finding human contact, but I've gotten a little better, so I did participate today with a few people. So, yes, and I will be giving a lesson for Christmas. This year started not that great. It's gotten a little better, but life's just been interesting for me. And I thought it was so cool. We saw this movie. It had an actor we like who's really fit, but it had the actor who played Jesus and the Twins in it. And I was like, gosh, that's so cool. I was telling my sister I thought that was really awesome. But if you want to see the David film, I definitely would. And look, yeah, there's and if your church wants to put it on, because ours likes to excuse me, either pay for the movie or and the tickets or just the movie, and then we'll have treats afterwards. But we had an anonymous donor pay for a movie because we did this every few years. Well, now every year, for I Can Imagine 2 is going to be paying for it, and then we'll be doing the tickets. So if you want to do that, for David, if your church wants to do that, I would definitely suggest it. Help kids learn about doing life, because that was the big one we liked when we were kids. Okay, so hi.